So, in today's video, guys, we've got some breaking news here, I guess you can say, for the new free-play unit we're gonna get, which should be tomorrow, yeah. This is big in a few ways, I would say. So, one way is, well, I guess it's not semi-confirmed, but typically this is usually the case. But since obviously now we're at the end of the Dragon Ball campaign leading on to anniversary time, the next free-play unit, as you can see, is Golden Frieza. Typically, the units that Legends drop for free to play are the hints towards the next celebration slash what's coming or what to expect, right? So obviously, as you can see here, it's Frieza and he's taking on display, right? So Tournament of Power. So it's basically all but confirmed that Tournament of Power is going to be part 1 of Anniversary, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily guarantee it as well. They could just be throwing him out there just to sort of throw us off, right? We could have GT for part 1, for example, or anything else. It's just typically this is what Legends likes to do, is sort of give us a preview with the free play unit, but it's not guaranteed, right? But if it is, this is huge for a few reasons. So obviously number one would be, who's going to be the main headliner, right? Now, a few people have been saying Kefla's a really good choice, which I do agree. If we have a quick look in game, we'll have a look at, all the sort of units we could sort of expect, or who I think we could expect. So currently this is what the Universal Survival Saga looks like, well, the category so far. Now, obviously, I will say the big headliner that I will say I do expect, well, I'm hoping to expect, is I'm starting to lean more towards a Part 1 Ultra, which is obviously very crazy to think of. To start with, I never thought it would happen, but I've seen a lot of good comments now on Twitter, and that sort of, I guess, proving their point, it sort of makes sense. I think we are a few units behind in terms of Ultra-wise for this year so far. So if they randomly dropped an Ultra for part 1, it would, obviously bring up the number of Ultras they drop per year, but it also would be an incredible start to Anniversary, right? Now, I say incredible in a few ways. One, obviously, would be hype factor. Like, if they dropped Ultra UI Goku, I mean, well, for me, honestly, it'd be number 1, just because I've been waiting for it for ages. But my point is, an Ultra straight off the bat sort of thing, and for it to be MUI Goku, because this is the only MUI Goku we've got in the game currently, right? So, already, for part 1, that was set expectations high throughout the whole anniversary, so it'd be a very good start straight away. Now, I guess you could make the point this could be an LF unit, it could be like a transforming UI Saiyan Goku to MUI. That could very well potentially happen as well. But at the same time, I have seen people say we could get a Kefla, right? Because I haven't really got many Keflas in the game. So an LF1 would make a lot of sense. Do I think it's anniversary worthy? I would say so. We've had other units before that's like, are they anniversary worthy? But we got them anyway, sort of thing. So I do think Kefla is definitely anniversary worthy. It's just, I mean, she could even be realistically ultra worthy in the future, I would say. She's a very hype unit, or a very hype character, so I can definitely see an ultra version of her dropping later on. But at the moment, if she was an LF, I could completely I'd be completely fine with that sort of thing. Obviously, there's other units here they could do as well for an LF, but I think mainly the 2 units I would say, which we could get, is either an LF Kefla with someone else. It doesn't have to be Tournament of Power. It could be someone else. I mean, it probably will be from Tournament of Power, the LF, if it is a dual one, which very well could be the case. That's usually what happens. But if not, they could just go all out and give us MUI Goku as an Ultra. Right, that they could very well do that, and they could make him the first Legends Limited Ultra, which we have speculated for a while could happen, but we haven't actually seen anything just yet. But I'm hoping this Golden Frieza does help out a fair bit, because Tournament of Power, well, Survival Saga is sort of struggling a little bit compared to how obviously overpowered it used to be. So I think an Ultra would definitely bring up the team a bit more and help out. So, but at the same time, 2 LFs would also help out a lot as well. So it's hard to say what Legends is going to do, but at the same time, like I said at the very start of this video, it doesn't quite guarantee, this freeze doesn't quite guarantee it's going to happen, but it's a very, very good chance we're going to get at least someone from Tournament of Power Saga, right? Now, another thing I did want to quickly point out, which I did realise not too long ago, just before making this video, is we have maintenance tomorrow, so by the time this video goes up, it'll be tomorrow. It's a bit weird to say on, well, it's not really quite weird. So I fully expect, obviously, maybe two or three Ultra banners returning. Yeah, that obviously makes sense. Probably another bait banner as well. Like the normal Legends Limit Break ones, I expect that. PvP and Tournament Power, obviously, normal anyway. But the thing that really confuses me is if we have a look in the events real quick, we are expected to get a Zenkai this week. Like this week, the reset. So tomorrow, right? Because we have a quick look at the recommended here. As you can see, 18 hours left for launch. So to me, it seems like we're going to get a Zenkai this week. If not, it's a bit weird because you got to remember in a few weeks, if we have a quick look down here, yeah, next week is when we're going to get the big maintenance, right? Now, I'll have a video covering that later next week because this maintenance will probably be one of the biggest ones in Legends. So, like, I'm expecting a full, like, 14 hours or longer maintenance sort of thing, just because, like I said, it's a complete overhaul of the game, so it's going to be absolutely massive. So just be wary of that for next week. You know, we will probably get CC rewards just because of compensation on that. But I do want to point that out. It's going to be big maintenance next week. But this week, it'll just be normal one, right? But like I said, if we are definitely going to get Torment of Power buffs for part 1, I would fully expect one of these units here to Zenkai. Now, there's obviously a lot here they could Zenkai. You know, it is probably going to be hard to pick. I highly doubt Goku and Frieza are going to get a Zenkai. They could, but I highly doubt it. Personally, I think it's time UI Goku got one, but at the same time, if he does, I think that would probably cancel out his possibility of an Ultra, so I guess I sort of don't want that. But there is many units here they can obviously pick for a Zenkai. You got 17 here, they could definitely do 17 if they want to. What's another random unit here they could just decide to do if they want? They could do even this Kefla if they really wanted to. That would actually be pretty good. She'd help out quite a fair bit, wouldn't she? What's she do? She does... Guess she'll help out Rival Universe, Fusion Warrior, and Tag Girls, or at least one of them. She'll probably do Rival Universe, so I guess that'd be pretty good. But there's many units here they can Zenkai if they want. But if we do get a Zenkai tomorrow, which I'm expecting, if the announcement isn't up by later from this video, it should be within... when's the maintenance? I'm assuming it's at normal time, like 12:30 my time. 11:30, so it should be an hour before that we could see something get teased or something like that. If not, that means obviously we're not getting a Zenkai unless it's in the data, like the data mines, which very well could happen. They've done it before. I wouldn't expect anything though, quite, just because next week is going to be very weird, just because, like I said, with the big maintenance and that, so I wouldn't expect the Zenkai. But I sort of do. It's like 50-50. If we don't, it's not a big deal. They obviously got a lot planned for next week with updates and that. So I'm not surprised if I just forgot this week. But I would also expect that maybe next week could be a dead week for Legends, like in terms of content, just because they're preparing for maintenance and that. But yeah, that's going to be today's video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are excited for Golden Frieza and if you think he's going to be a good free play unit. Obviously, we don't know what he does just yet, but I'll have a video up probably tomorrow talking about it again before it starts as quickly as possible, as I usually do, you know. But yeah, also, let me know if you do think we can get UI Goku for part 1. And yeah, because that's for you, want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you as I win the next one.